Hello everyone, this is Southern Bell Whisper. I hope you all are doing well today. I owe an apology to you guys because this past week my whole mindset has been about my new job. I've been really trying to make a good first impression because Goodwill is one of those stores, like during the summer it's packed, but during the winter months it slows down a little bit. So I have been trying to prove these last almost 8 shifts, tomorrow will be my 8th shift, that I deserve to be there. So fingers crossed that when, winter and Christmas starts coming around that I won't be laid off. I hope not. But what I need to apologize over was that my whole mindset has been about my new job, and I haven't been really thinking about ideas, video ideas, and I'm so ashamed of myself. But I knew I wanted to make a video for you guys tonight. So I looked back at my old videos that I've been uploading, and you guys really seem to like the video where I drank a beer in the video. I got so many comments, people saying that was like hanging out with a friend, and that was like such a huge compliment to me, you guys. Sorry, loud truck. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I got my beer with me. Yes, I guess this can be like a part 2 to this. It's the same type of beer. That's all we had in the refrigerator. I still haven't gotten that bottle of wine yet, but I will. But yes, I wanted to make this video to just give like an update of how my job is going and who some of my favorite coworkers are and what I did today on my day off. So, you guys, I love my new job. Love it. Yes, it's hard, but there's always something to do. The time goes by so quickly because I always have something that I can do. And I've been really trying to make a good first impression. I have 10 shifts. Tomorrow will be number 8, where I can make a good impression and just make it to where it shows that I deserve to be there. I'm always early for every shift. I'm always doing something, whether it be hanging clothes or organizing clothes. I'm always doing something because I want to make a good impression. I can't help it. I'm a people pleaser, you guys. So my job is going great. Just in case you hadn't heard, I got a job as a full-time sales associate at Goodwill. I have worked at a Goodwill before. I worked at a Myrtle Beach Goodwill, and I didn't like it then as much as I love it now. Maybe because the store is a lot bigger. It's about 2 times as bigger as the one I'm working at right now. This one I'm working at right now is the perfect size. Like, I know where everything is. I know where the men's, women's, I know where everything goes. It's just perfect size store. So I've just been doing my onboarding, is what they call it. You do it on the computer. And safety training and things like that. They quiz me every day on certain rules and what they stand for and everything. I love my boss. I love my assistant manager. Uh, this one kid, I work with him a lot. I'm not going to say names. He's 19. And we were all talking about our favorite holiday movies the other day. And he mentioned Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. He said him and his dad watch it every Thanksgiving. And I was like, how do you know? How are you 19 and you know about that movie? And then he said one of his favorite Christmas movies was White Christmas. And I haven't even seen that movie all the way through. I was like, you're an old soul. I said, because that, great taste in music and movies at his age. Like, I was very surprised. He must have been raised well by his dad. He said his dad was 70. So, it sounds like his dad had him later in life. But he's just, he just keeps everybody laughing. Just, I love everybody that I work with. One girl actually stuck her neck out for me. We had known each other since elementary school. And she was the one that went to her boss and was like, you need to hire this girl. She's really sweet and she's a hard worker. And that was really nice of her. But yeah, she's been working there, I think, a couple years. She's like the major dodo. I think that's what they call it, to the assistant manager. But her sticking her neck out for me, I think, really helped with me getting the job. But I work with her a lot. I work with the 19-year-old a lot. And then there are people in the back. And those are my favorite people, I got to admit. Because they're in the back, so they're not afraid to joke around and tell jokes and crack up and things like that. I mean, they get their stuff, their work done, but they're not afraid to not keep it so serious all the time. They're always joking, always playing around with each other. There's a little old lady. She's part of getting donations. She said she's been there for years. I say old lady, but she's in like her 60s. And there is a 23-year-old that works in the back that reminds me so much of an old friend of mine. Like, it's crazy how much he reminds me of this old friend that I used to have. See, I'm a people pleaser, so I recognize other people pleasers and how they just want to make somebody's day. They want to keep people laughing, keep people happy, keep people loving their job. And I love people like that. I do. I love being around people like that with a good attitude, a good work ethic, and we just all get along so well together, all of us. It really is amazing. I had a little bit of a speed bump this week. My mom had been telling me, she said, you're getting a lot of letters from your bank, Kelly. Maybe you need to check on that. And I've just been so busy that I haven't been paying attention. And I checked my bank account, I think it was the day before yesterday. And let's just say I had negative a lot. That when I get paid for the first time this Friday, I'm going to have to pay that negative fee. And let's just say it's a lot. It's not like a whole lot. Okay, it's 100. Negative 100. What happened was I thought I was using my Cash App card to buy things, and I wasn't. and then they do that fee, that $36 fee every time something comes out and it puts it in the negative. Yeah, that's what happened to me this week. So that was a little bit of a road bump for me this week, I'm not gonna lie. But today was my first day off in a while. I think I worked 5 days in a row. And me and sorry, my nose is itching a little bit, sorry. Me and my parents went to go see Twisters. I am a huge fan of the first Twister. Like, that's top 10 for me. I love Twister. I quote that movie on a daily basis. Like, if somebody says, "Oh, is it time for my break yet? I'm so hungry," and I'm like, food, food, food. Like Philip Seymour Hoffman, Twister. R.I.P. R.I.P. Bill Paxton, too. But it's just such a great disaster movie. I'd heard that the second one was less of a sequel and more of a standalone sequel, and I could see that. They introduced all new characters, an all new storyline. The thing that they did mention in the movie was Dorothy, which is the machine that goes up into the tornado. They mentioned that in Twisters. They used it in Twisters. Sorry, excuse me, hold on. So, the movie stars Glenn Powell and Daisy Edgar Jones. I really like her as an actress. I loved her in Where the Crawdads Sing, the movie Where the Crawdads Sing. And I really like her as an actress. She can cry on cue, and like, I really enjoy her acting in her movies a lot. Glenn Powell. I have a love-hate relationship with Glenn Powell. I know people are going insane on TikTok about how cute he was in Twisters. And that's where the love-hate relationship comes into play. I saw him in that movie, that rom-com, Anyone But You, I think it's called. And the girl from Euphoria. I didn't like that movie. I didn't feel like the chemistry was there. I know a lot of people loved it, but I didn't like it. I love The Idea of You a lot better. But he was in Anyone But You, and he was not my type in that movie. He was pale, clean cut. Just, I didn't think he was handsome in that movie. And then I was telling myself, I was like, well, I'm not going to be one of those girls that's going to lust after him because of how cute he is in Twisters. Because I had just seen him in the trailer. That didn't work out so well. It was like a complete turnaround. Like, it was night and day, literally. They had tanned him up. They put a little scruff on his face and his blue eyes. The tan that he had made his blue eyes shine. And I was doing good through the whole movie. I was like, okay, he's cute. He's still, yeah. Funny. Kind of a dick. Oh, kind of a, sorry. Didn't mean to say that out loud. He started off being let's just say selfish. Like, his poop didn't stink type of guy. But towards the end of the movie, and they're riding in this truck, and he puts his hat on backwards. And that was it for me. Not like a cowboy hat, but a regular baseball cap. You put it on backwards, and that was it for me. That does it for me. I don't know why. When a handsome actor puts his hat on backwards, like baseball cap on backwards, I was done. I was like, okay, he just got 10 times more cuter than me. But he still wouldn't be on my crush list. I also have a crush list to go over with you guys. It's 3 actors and 2 fictional characters. It's not a top 10, it's a top 5. But I thought long and hard about this list, but we'll get to that. Movie Twisters, I give it a solid B. It got a little boring in parts. It's 2 hours and 2 minutes long. So it got a little boring in some of the parts. The action, the tornadoes, the cinematography is what saved that movie. Like I said, I give it a solid B. Just because it was so awesome being there and seeing it on the big screen. It was amazing. Like the tornadoes, the picture was just, whew, it had me on the edge of my seat. I liked Glenn Powell's character. I loved Daisy Edgar Jones, her character. But it was Tyler. Tyler was Glenn Powell's character. And Kate was Daisy's character. And let me just say this. Sorry, excuse me, by the way. It started off in the beginning a lot like the first one. I'll just say that. I don't want to give no spoilers away. But it started right off getting really intense. Let me just say that. But I definitely recommend going to see it on the big screen. I even talked, so it's 2 hours and 2 minutes. I think that was a little bit too long. Like, I think scenes could have been cut out to make it just a little bit shorter. I think 2 hours and 2 minutes is just a little bit too long. Unless it's a really, really, really great movie. But we even talked my dad into going, and he doesn't ever go to the movies. We went, I think he went with us to see The Gray with Liam Nelson. Oh. And then I begged him to go see Hawkshaw Ridge when we lived in Myrtle Beach, and he seemed to really like that one. But as soon as he heard that Twisters was a sequel to the first Twister, he was like, oh yeah, I'm going. He was actually really excited about it. You guys, my dad has a cat. Yes. We have an orange stray that my dad has been feeding and watering. He calls it, when he came home tonight from going to the movies, he said, I wonder if my cat's on the porch. I was like, your cat? So he was like, I think he's getting comfortable with me now. I was like, oh, you big softy. I knew you were a cat person. I missed Jasper so much, being gone from him that long. Oh, and we finally, so after the movie, okay, I gave the movie a B. We went to a Mexican restaurant that I've been begging my parents to try with me for months, since my birthday, when I tried it for the first time, and they loved it. I knew they would. But, so we went to the movies, and we had a nice dinner together, and it was just a really, really nice day today, you guys. It was one of the better days that I've had. And sharing it with my parents. I know a lot of people will say, sorry. A lot of people will say, You spent the whole day with your parents and you actually had a good time? No, I will literally go anywhere with my parents. I love them so much. But, so that was the day we had today. We had a really good day today. Very good day. I'm trying to see if I'm missing anything. Oh, Jasper, when we say hello to him in the morning, he actually says, he goes, meow. Like, he meows. We say hello, and he's like, meow. He's just getting more and more cuter, you guys. I am so freaking lucky. Like, I'm so grateful for God blessing me with Jasper. Losing Journey, I mean, I was like, that was a time where my faith was no bigger than a mustard seed. Because I was like, what kind of God would, knowing that I'm grieving over the cat I had to leave behind, would take my cat that had mended my heart? Why? And now I know, because of Jasper. And I'm falling more and more in love with Jasper every day. He's so sweet, so precious. And I'm just really lucky. I just feel really lucky. Okay. Since you patiently waited till the end of this video to hear about my 5 crushes, we are going to start. You guys, you have to tell me down in the comments if you're a woman, if you feel the same way about these certain people and characters. Okay, number 1, I've told you guys before, is Robert Pattinson. I think that man is the most beautiful specimen of a man that I've ever seen in my whole life. TikTok was full of where I think he went to London for like a fashion show, and that man does not age. It's like he's a real vampire, because the more older he gets, the more handsome he gets. But me and my niece both love us some Robert Pattinson, you guys. That's my man. That's my man right there. I know he has a baby and a girlfriend, but in my head, it's not like that. But I'm really happy for him, though. I know Kristen Stewart really, oh my gosh, I started hating her after what she did to him. And now she, well, we all know what she is. But, yeah, I really started hating her after that. I was like, who cheats on Robert Pattinson with this director who, I'm sorry, I think that was a publicity stunt or something. Like, I think she was figuring out, I like girls and not guys. And I think it was just a reason. I think she was at first not disappointed, but scared. Yeah. But yeah, I love Robert Pattinson. He's so dreamy, so handsome. Okay. Number 2. This has been a crush of mine since I was 12 years old, you guys. So 20-some years. And my love for him was recently ignited again when I started watching One Tree Hill. And that is Chad Michael Murray. Oh boy, you guys. Another prime example of fine meet wine. They recently posted a picture of him and announced that he was going to be in the second Freaky Friday. I'm so excited. I just watched that movie last night again and loved it. And he almost stole the whole movie when he was in that movie. He played Jake, the crush or whatever. In the part where he sings Britney Spears, he almost stole the whole movie. And I've just loved him in everything he's been in. One Tree Hill, Cinderella Story. A lot of girls say that their love for him started when he was Tristan in Gilmore Girls. I didn't like his character in Gilmore Girls. I love him, but I didn't like that character. But yes, you guys, Chad Michael Murray, he still looks so freaking good too. Lucky bastard. You're gonna laugh at this one, you guys. Number 3 is Colston Baker. Also known as Machine Gun Kelly. I've told you guys before in past videos how much I love him, but like I love him. Like I love his music. I love him as a person. It hurts my heart so much. You know, Jelly Roll and MGK just announced that they are releasing a new song together called, is it Lonesome Road or Country Road? But the comments, you guys, the comments from people saying, why would Jelly Roll do a duet with him? And he's such a douche. And I was like, what are you talking about? Because I've seen interviews, I've heard lyrics. I mean, nobody's perfect. You know, that's all I can say. But I am super excited about the Jelly Roll and MGK song releasing this Friday. And I'll be off this Friday too, so I can just stay up here in my room and listen to it over and over again. Jelly Roll is his own artist. A lot of people were like, oh, you know, Jelly Roll did a duet with Eminem too, and now MGK's coming and trying to steal the spotlight. And I was like, Jelly Roll is his own artist too. He can choose whoever he wants to duet with. I mean, that's his choice. Oh, I just hate people sometimes. I know people either hate MGK or love him, and I love him. He's tall, he's tattooed. I love that he's tattooed. Blonde hair. I don't know if he has blue eyes. But my heart, when I listen to his music, you guys, my heart just... He's special. He is. Okay, the last two are fictional characters. Okay, number 4 is for all the bookish girls out there. You probably already know who I'm going to say. Is Rhysand from the Court of Mist and Fury. He was introduced in the Court of Thorns and Roses, but we really get his backstory and his story in general in the Court of Mist and Fury. That is one of my favorite books of all time. And Rhysand, he's just so protective of Feyre. He loves her so much. And then the cabin scene, you guys, I have read plenty of love scenes and watched plenty of love scenes in movies. That cabin scene, I read that scene over, I read that chapter over and over and over, and I know I'm not the only one. It was just so different and so creative. I love Rhysand. I imagine what he looks like in my head. A lot of people say that if there was like a show or a movie that Henry Cable or whatever should play him, but I think he's too old. But I'm trying to figure out who would play him really well, and it's hard because he's so special to me. He's one of my favorite fictional boyfriends, so I'm like, who can play him? But I'm still thinking on that. Okay, let's drink the last of my beer. Number 5 is Colin Bridgerton. This third season of Bridgerton ended up being my favorite of all 3. And that is because I am a huge fan of Penelope Featherington. She's my favorite character. And I'm also a huge fan of Colin Bridgerton. What a glow up from the first season to the third season. And that part in the third season where she tells him she loves him in the alleyway, if you guys know what I'm talking about. Oh, whew. That was the only good part of part 2 of season 3. Like, part 1 was delicious, it was great, but part 2, it made us, like, it strung us along until part 2 came out a couple weeks after part 1 came out. But they were like, there's gonna be another carriage scene and la la la, and it was, part 2 was not as good as part 1. But there were a couple of good scenes in part 2. Like, I love the scene in the alleyway where he's like, then what good am I to you if I can't protect you? And she's just like, I love you. And I'm just like, oh gosh. And then I also love the ending where he tells her how much he loves her. Oh, spoiler alert, you guys. But yes, Colin Bridgerton. And I will say this, I like it when my men have a little bit of hair on their chest. And he has the most perfect amount of chest hair. I love me some Colin Bridgerton, you guys. But anyways, so that is my top 5 crushes. I don't have any crushes on any real person in real life. Ain't that funny? When my friends ask me, they're like, do you have any crushes in real life? And I'm like, nope. Because these authors spoil us. They spoil us, and they set this bar. And to be honest, you guys, I don't think guys around here they're kind of seedy looking. And I'm sorry to say that, but I'm like, no, I'm like, yeah, Kelly, you don't want to get mixed up with that. Like, if I see a guy I think is cute, I'm like, no, you don't want to get messed up with that. No drug past, no drug future, no drug present, no drugs. Ever again. Ever again. If somebody tells me, oh, I have a drug past, but I found the Lord, and okay, don't just, okay, if you had a drug past, and I know that sounds selfish of me knowing that I have a drug past, but I just don't want to put myself in that position ever again. Being married to a drug addict is not fun. But, so, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do intend to make a video for you guys on Friday when I'm off. I will figure it out before then, I promise. But I love you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you soon. Love you guys. Bye-bye.